영국에는 의대가 위키피디아 상에는 33개로 나와 있는데 얼마 전 센트럴 랑카셔가 합쳐지면서 34개의 학교가 있어요. 그리고 메디슨 같은 경우, 의대 같은 경우도 랭킹을 저희가 찾아볼 수가 있습니다. 쉽게 찾아볼 수 있는데 뭐 쭉 있어요. 옥스포드도 있고 캠브리지 있고 이게 좀 되게 많거든요. 제가 좀 빨리 갈게요. 영국에서 의대는 사실상 랭킹이 필요가 없습니다. 의대는 랭킹 자체를 보셔도 돼요. 랭킹이 왜 의대에서는 무용지물이고 전혀 신경 안 쓰셔도 되냐, 그리고 내가 하고자 하는 공부가 어디에 있는지를 찾는 게 가장 중요하다, 그 이유를 말씀드리는 이유는 영국은 의대 학생들을 뽑을 때 얘들이 졸업할 쯤 시기에 필요한 의사 수만큼만 뽑아요. 그 의대는 어디를 가도 졸업만 하고 성적만 좋으면 의사는 무조건 됩니다. 그래서 들어가는 게 힘든 거죠. 근데 UA 대학교를 얘기를 하는 이유는 그 뉴턴 에이레벨이라고 하는 에이레벨 프로그램이 있는데 그 프로그램은 되게 특이한 프로그램이에요. 그러니까 영국에서 유일하게 의대가 있는 대학교에서 진행이 되는 A레벨입니다. 그 말은 학생들이 공부하면서 의대 쪽이라든지 선배라든지 교수님이라든지 이런 분들한테 계속해서 노출이 되는 거예요. 두 번째는 대부분의 영국의 A레벨들은 일반 컬리지에서 공부를 하는데 여기 같은 경우는 의대 진학 특수 목적 A레벨이에요. 그래서 A레벨 이름 자체가 Medicine and Science가 됩니다. 입학허가가 100% 나왔다는 건 그만큼의 어떤 결과물이 나온다는 건 그만큼 여기에서 메디컬, 의대를 진학하려고 하는 학생들을 위한 특수 과정들이 진행이 잘 되고 있다라는 뜻이 되겠죠. A레벨은 2년 과정입니다. 네, 2년. 그래서 AS라고 해서 기본을 배우고 그 다음에 A2에 가서 세분화시켜서 배우는 거죠. 그 다음에 이게 가장 중요하죠. 영국 의대 학생에서 전문의가 되기까지. 의대는 5년 또는 6년입니다. 저게 끝나면 2년 동안 우리가 보통 얘기하는 인턴을 합니다. 첫 번째 그 파운데이션 레벨 1이라고 해서 그 해에는 파운데이션 레벨 1에서는 내과, 소아과, 외과 이런 식으로 과를 3개를 고릅니다. 과를 3개를 고르고 그리고 이 과들에 계속해서 의사들을 따라서 한국에서 하는 인턴이랑 똑같아요. 인턴이 똑같은데 이 과 3개를 1년 동안 계속해서 돕니다. 계속해서 도는데 그 다음에 두 번째 해가 되면 이제 내과, 외과, 서학과 중에서 하나를 골라요. 이 파운데이션 레벨 2에서는 이거 하나만 계속해서 또 회진을 돕니다. 그게 끝나고 나면 그 다음은 2년 코어 서지컬 과정이라고 해서 그러면 내가 만약에 내과를 골랐어요. 근데 내과 내에서도 또 장기 내가 어느 부분을 할 부분은 또 달라지잖아요. 그것만 골라서 그 분야에만 2년 동안 공부를 합니다. 9년이 지나고 나면 GP로 갈 것인지 전문의가 될 것인지 이거 두 개를 선택을 합니다. 그러면 GP 과정 같은 경우는 보통 1년 만에 끝이 나요. 그러면 총 합쳐서 영국에서 GP가 되자고 하면 한 10년 정도가 걸립니다. 그런데 이제 전문의를 선택을 하게 되면 조금 더 시간이 길어지죠. General Practice라고 해서 우리가 가장 처음에 아플 때 가는 보건소의 나한테 배정이 되는 의사 선생님이라고 보시면 됩니다. 그래서 그분이 파악을 하고 이제 이분한테 맞는 과들로 보내게 되죠. 제가 전문의 과정은 최고 6년까지 걸립니다. 과마다 달라요. 어떤 과는 3년 만에 끝을 낼 수도 있습니다. 그래서 영국에서 전문의가 되기까지는 보통 13년, 14년, 15년 정도가 걸린다라고 생각하시면 돼요. 그런데 그러면 이제 부모님들 오셨으니까 그 오랜 기간 동안 투자해서 이거 어떻게 받아내냐 하잖아요. 여기 파운데이션 과정 첫 번째 해부터 시작해서 연봉 6천 정도로 시작합니다. 한국에는 다릅니다. 그러니까 대학교를 졸업하고 2년간의 파운데이션 레벨 1을 시작하는 순간부터 영국은 의사가 되는 거예요. 그리고 저희 후배가 지금 연봉이 35,000파운드인가? 그러면 한 6천만 원 정도가 되거든요. 그 돈을 받고 하고 그 다음에 이제 코어 서지컬로 가면 또 월급이 또 올라가겠죠. 아드님들을 두신 분들 같은 경우는 군대가 걸리잖아요. 여기까지는 학생 비자가 나옵니다. 근데 여기부터는 취업 비자가 돼야 돼요. 우리나라 법상 취업 비자부터는 여권을 갱신을 안 해줍니다. 그래서 군대를 가야 됩니다. 그러면 중간에 끊어지니까 어떻게 되냐라고 말씀하시잖아요. 이거 끝나고 나서 한국에 돌아와서 군대 과정을 마치고 다시 영국으로 돌아와서 이거를 가면요, 군대를 갔다 온 학생들을 더 선호한답니다. 단 이제 2년 동안 영어를 안 쓰는 환경에서 군복무를 했기 때문에 약간의 영어 레벨 테스트만 하는 거예요. 그런데 대학교 과정에서 마지막에 그 점수는 없어지지 않습니다. 그래서 제 후배가 그거를 가장 추천을 합니다. 그러면 그 다음부터 여기서부터는 일을 해 나가잖아요. 2년, 4년, 그리고 뭐 6년 이렇게 되면 벌써 저게 10년입니다. 그러면 그때 영주권이 나옵니다. 영주권 나오고 8개월 후인가? 아무튼 그때 시민권을 신청을 할 수가 있어요. 그러니까 제 후배 같은 경우 그런 식으로 했었고요. 이거 끝나고요.
네.
이쪽으로 갈 때 한국에서 여권 자체가 갱신을 안 해줍니다.
일단은 갔다 와야 돼요.
네, 무조건 군대를 갔다 와야 됩니다. 그리고
한국에서 실제로 선호하나요?
네. 그리고 나중에 혹시나 만약에 한국으로 돌아올 일이 또 있을 때는 있잖아요. 군복무를 하고 영주권을 따고 시민권을 따는 게 훨씬 더 한국에서는 이롭습니다. 제가 그 케이스입니다. 제가 영국 시민권자거든요. 그래서 지금 한국에 돌아오면 저희는 거소증으로 해외 동포로 한국에서 살 수가 있어요. 그런 이점이 굉장히 많습니다.
갔다 오는 게 한국에서 거주할 경우에 이점이 생긴다는
그 부분도 생기고요. 나중에 네.
외국인 신고를 해야 돼요.
근데 한국인이 외국에서 원래 한국인이었던 사람이 군대를 갔다 오지 않고 외국에서 시민권을 따잖아요. 그러면 이 사람이 한국에 다시 돌아와서 살 수 있는 비자를 따는 건 하늘의 별 따기입니다. 거의 안 내줍니다. 저랑 똑같은 시기에 같이 시민권을 받은 제 후배가 있는데 걔는 한국에 지금 외국인으로 사는데 걔는 투자 비자로 들어와 있어요. 한 10억 들어갑니다. 네. 나중에 의사를 하기까지도 남자 학생들 같은 경우는 군대를 갔다 와야 되는 게 맞고 그 대학교 과정을 마치고 그 다음에 파운데이션으로 들어갈 수 있다라고 하는 확정을 받은 다음에 군대를 가시는 게 좋습니다. 없을 것 같은데 근데 저희는 가장 정확한 루트를 설명을 해드리고 그 다음부터 지원부터 나중에 비자까지 이 사이에 있는 모든 장학금 지원이나 모든 것들을 저 학생부는 거의 영어 공부만 할 수 있도록 저희가 해드리는 게 저희 일이에요. 감사합니다. 저 박수 받는 거 좋아합니다.
My name is Mike Gavin. I'm head of recruitment for Into UEA, which includes the Newton A-level program. Why are we different? Why are we unique? We are the only A-level provider on a university in the UK. Not outside, we are part of the university. The university owns part of our company, and we are based in the university itself. So all the students coming are not school children, they are university students. So they're automatically different. And we're looking for ambitious students. So we vet all our students, we interview all our students, and I'll come back to that later. But we are the only one on the university campus. This is the campus of UEA. Here is the Into Centre, where your students will be residing. That is the accommodation, these are the classroom and laboratories, so they are right in the middle of the campus. They are allowed to use everything on that campus. It is all open to them, whether it is the library, the museum, the art gallery, the sports park, everything, except the bar. They are not allowed to buy alcohol at the bar until they're 18. And we have electronic cards with their email and their details. We know who is in the bar. It's not allowed. Everything else, they can use. This is a small part of the campus. It's over 320 acres. It is a very big campus. Our results speak for themselves. This is the most common set of results that we have. We are different to our competitors. Some of our competitors only enter people who they think will pass. We enter everybody. You have paid for 2 years' education. The student has worked for 2 years. We think they deserve a chance to go for the exam. Some of our competitors only select for their final exam who they think will pass. We do not do that. And we still get this kind of pass mark. The average in the UK for a UK boarding school gets nowhere near this. It doesn't even get to 25%. And they have to include A star to E to get anywhere close to 25%. So you can see we are achieving way above the average in the UK. This was the last year's results. We're about to publish again this year. And again, they were very similar. I think it was 89% were A star to A in 2017. This, no one gets anywhere near us. For 3 years in a row, every student that's applied for medicine in the UK has achieved a place. If you are an international student trying to apply to go direct, you probably have an under 1% chance of getting a place. Under 1%. 100%. 3 years in a row. And next year we're expecting the same type of thing. These are some of the universities that our students have gone for. Going back to ambitious students, we expect you to want to go to a top 10 university in the UK, or worldwide. Ivy League in America, for example. That is what we expect. So when we interview our students, This is what we expect them to be talking about. Going to Cambridge, going to LSE, going to Imperial. UEA is also one of the top universities in the UK, currently 12th. So it is a top university, and we have a medical school at UEA. I will come back to that. This is a common set of results. Cambridge, you can see the list of schools. None of these are easy universities to acquire a place. Again, look at the results. A UK student normally takes 3 A-levels. If you want to go and study astrophysics or engineering at Cambridge, you need 2 A-stars, 2 A's. So most UK students are not going to study here because they've only studied 3. We study 4 because we want you to try and get to the top universities. So there's a big difference. We take the Cambridge International Exam Board. The top universities recognise this is very difficult. It's not modular. You don't try again on a module you didn't do well. You take the final exam, you pass, you fail. That's it.
Oh, I have one question.
Mm-hmm.
There is only one chance to try?
Correct. You have a resit chance, but if you're going to medicine, you're not going to pass if you get a resit. If you do a resit for medicine, that's it. You failed. You will not go to med school.
Oh, okay.
There are no resit offers. That's it. Going back to our results, our students pass first time.
Mike, how about the intake students? Any medical school accept the intake students?
Sorry, are you asking, does the medical school accept the student?
Yeah.
No.
Intaking.
No. Any resits at A-level is a fail. You will not get an offer. It's not accepted. There are thousands of students applying every year. There are only hundreds of places available. For international students, take my university as an example, 12 places are available for international student in 1 year for the whole world. Out of 1,500 applicants, 12. Resits, not acceptable. Many universities accept the Cambridge International Exam Board. 2 years ago, one of our students went to Chicago. They're one of the highest ranked worldwide for mathematics. Because she'd taken A-level, Cambridge International Exam Board, she was given dispensations in her first year. They rate it very highly. That is why we take Cambridge International Exam Board. We have some of the best tutors and professors teaching in our classes. They've taught international students for many years. Most are PhDs, so they are professors, top in their field. They also teach in the university, so our classes are being taught at a very high level. There are also very small class sizes. This is not boarding school. There's not going to be 20 in a class. There will be 6 or 7. So the whole class can be sat around this table, which means when our professors are talking, and most of our lessons are interactive, they will be asking you for feedback. They will expect you to question. And they will know whether you understand. Because when they ask a question, yes, they know you mean no, I don't understand that bit. In a very small class, you can't hide at the back. You can't get away with, I don't get that, and I'm just going to keep quiet. You're in a very, very small class size. But it means your professor knows you very well. She will know whether you're succeeding. We assess our students every week. We prepare them every week. EPQ is also expected by some of the top universities. This is an addition to your A-level. All of this is part of the curriculum in our program. Study workshops. Many of these are voluntary. All our A-level students come to these. So if we've gone through that week and we've assessed you and we're suggesting maybe your biology isn't quite where it needs to be, we run a workshop during the week, all the students will come. Again, there's only 6 of you. It's very quick to notice somebody's missing. Yeah? No one wants to be lowest in the class. They all come voluntary.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What is UCAS? I never heard about that.
UCAS, this is a university application system in the UK. If you want to go to university in the UK, you have to apply through this. And you have 5 choices at the beginning, which you narrow down to 2, your first choice and your backup choice, your fallback. This system is expected by the UK government, and all the universities in the UK. We will help them with this process. They have to do a personal statement, for example, saying why they want to do that subject. We will guide them through that. So all of this is part of what we do. Okay, continuous assessment. We do not get to the end of the term or end of the first year and think, oh dear, this student doesn't seem to be doing very well. Maybe we need another plan. Because we're doing this every week, we know whether our student is growing. We know, do we have to do something again? Do we have to repeat a module? Do we need to bring extra work? Is the student maybe struggling a little bit? We need to find another tutor that they relate to more. We do it every week. So we don't get to the end of the first year and say, looks like we're going to have to fail. Okay? We know in advance what we need to do. These are some of the students that we've had. You can see what they're achieving and where they're going. Medicine at Newcastle. Chemical engineering at Bath. Our A-level program is probably the most diverse program we have. We have now over 100 students studying A-level. We only have 2 Chinese students on that course. Most courses at all universities in the UK and in America, it's heavily Chinese. Here, you will get students from all over the world, and there are not one group bigger than another. As you can tell by the type of students that we get, dentistry is extremely difficult. There are not many universities teach dentistry in the UK. Manchester, Glasgow, a few examples. Every student that's applied for dentistry from our program has got a place. Malaysia, medicine at Cardiff. Taiwan. Very unusual for Taiwan students to come to the UK. They have fantastic universities and a good system all the way through. So it's unusual for Taiwan students to choose the UK. Medicine at UEA. UEA's med school is a problem-based learning school. The student will start work in the hospital within the first month. Normally medicine, I'm not sure what it's like in America, but it's very theory-based for the first couple of years at most med schools in the UK, you're book learning. At a problem-based school, you're learning from the beginning in the wards. So you're mentored, but you will start taking blood and other things. So you're involved with the patients from the very beginning, and you're learning through solving problems in small groups. Russia, mathematics at LSE. A lot of our students like going to LSE. Vietnam, this young man I recruited myself a long time ago. He was the shyest person I've ever met. I interview everybody. Now I know people sometimes are frightened of my interview. They needn't be. I'm not that bad. But he was very shy. And trying to get him to talk to me, what is it you want to study? Maths. Why do you want to study maths? Because I like it. Why do you like maths? Because it's maths. Oh, this is hard. Now, engineering at Cambridge. Cambridge are paying him a bursary of £10,000 a year for 4 years for him to go. He was one of the top students in maths that year. From medicine, UEA, the university, has been there for 50 years. 2 years ago, one of our students from A-level was the highest tariff student ever to apply at UEA, ever in 50 years. That is the type of student that we're turning out from our program. Medicine at Glasgow. Glasgow is a very difficult university to get in. Very difficult. Kazakhstan. Not 4A stars, but that is still, for a UK student, very, very good result. 3 A's normally gets you most places. 2A stars and an A. UCL. You also have to be able to show extracurricular work. What have you done to show leadership skills? What have you done on top of your academic? If you cannot, in your personal statement through UCAS, UCL will not let you go. They expect this, they want more. Our extracurricular work provides more. Medicine at Queen's. This young man, people say to me, can they stay in the UK after they finish? 4A stars, went to LSE in accounting. He now works for PricewaterhouseCoopers in the City of London. So yes, you can stay. You just need to be a good student and go to a good company that has a sponsor license. When he first came, He would go to see our centre director every day, saying he was homesick, he wanted to go home. Every day. Come in the office, I want to go home. She said, be patient, it'll be okay. Then it started to be every month. Now I get emails from his mum in Hanoi, when's he coming home? Because now he won't go back to Vietnam. Hong Kong. Again, she's gone back to the Chinese University of Hong Kong because the course she wanted in medicine was very specific. And this was one of the few that did it. But they accept Cambridge International Exam Board. She's now studying in Hong Kong. In fact, she's finished. She's our first doctor qualified because we only started back in 2006. Okay, so master classes. Because we are part of the university, we are able to bring in people from the university to teach. Our students will also go from our Into Centre into the university for lessons. The biggest science park in Europe is next door to our university, is also a partner. They will also help teach, and we will take them there. And the hospital, I will come back to in a minute, is an emergency hospital and a research hospital. And they are all partners. It's a three-way partnership. The science park, the hospital, and the university. And they all work very closely together. Which means we are able to call on a great deal of extra parts that schools cannot do. Because we are their partner. As a school, you can't bring the hospital and say, can I send a student? No, of course not. It's a hospital. But we're a partner of the hospital. It's very different. This research park, 10,000 people work there. It is the biggest in Europe. It does things such as the Genome Project, which is DNA analysis. It does eye safety, cancer research, food safety. It is a huge research centre. But it also needs lawyers and business managers because it is a business. And some of our students have gone on to study law and then gone on to work in the science park because if things go wrong in the drugs world, you need to make sure you're not going to get sued, for example. You would expect us to do this. The interviews for medical school and the interviews for some universities are very difficult. We don't just send our student and hope they do well. We practice many, many times. One of the more difficult ones is you have a laptop and you are interviewed by someone from university, but it is a black screen. You cannot see them. They can see you, you cannot see them. And they will ask you a question which they expect you to speak for 2 minutes. If you finish before that, they wait for 2 minutes. It's very hard for a student because you cannot see whether you've answered correctly, whether they're happy, whether they're unhappy. It's a very difficult interview technique. We practice all of them many, many times. I do a lot of these because they think I'm very tough. It means when they get to university, it's a lot easier. They'll have practiced many times. A hospital is an emergency hospital and a research hospital. All of our medical students will get an internship during the summer and will work with a doctor. They will be mentored. It means if she operates, the student will be in the operating theatre watching. So obviously you scrub up properly, etc., but you will be watching the operation. If she's talking to patients, then you will be with her on the ward round talking to patients, which means we have to have mature adult students because we cannot have a child giggling in an operating theatre. That will be the last internship we have. So we, again, interview our students before we send them to the hospital to make sure that they are completely focused and mature to take this opportunity. There isn't a school in the UK that I know of can get you this internship. But the doctors entrust us to send the right type of student. One of these students, this lady here, was interested in plastic surgery. Because the doctor was so impressed with how she treated the weak, he invited her back the following week to watch one of his operations that dealt with putting a thumb back because he was so impressed with her. She was an amazing student. Very difficult to get internships like this. Crest Award, this is again on top of their 4 subjects. Top universities are looking for what have you done as well as academic. How have you shown leadership skills? What sort of research have you been involved in? because of where we are, we have many, many big major companies, global companies, that are interested in students working, doing projects with them. We also get them involved in Olympiads. If you've ever watched the geographical programs on the television, this lady is a scientist, paleontologist, and very famous. And she gave our students the award. Even though they were doing a competition in a second language, they still came very high up in the national competitions. And they won last year's maths Olympiad, which is quite impressive. Again, one of the advantages we have, we're on the campus. The medical school is across the campus from our centre. So our students go and meet the medical students on a regular basis. This is a huge advantage. You're getting it from students, what it's like at med school. You have visited med school many times before your interview takes part. So it's not that frightening because you've been there. You've had an idea what it's like. We guide them through. You asked what UCAS is. So it's a university application system. We guide them through this. We're there to help them make their 5 choices and then their 2 choices. Normally, when we're choosing 5, we say 4 medical schools and something to do with biomedicine, just in case you don't get 4 A stars. Okay? Always have a backup plan. We visit other universities, mainly to get the students used to, this is what it's like if you're going to your interview at Cambridge. This is where you will go, this is the route you will take. So it's not quite as daunting as it was if we just left you on your own to do it on your own. We also want them to be inspired to, this is top 10. This is what you should be trying to do. You need to pass these before you apply. If you want to be in medicine, that needs to be completed with a high pass mark before you put your application in. You can only take it once a year. If you fail, that's it. Not until next year. Which is why we put a lot of preparation into preparing our students for this. They have to pass before they apply. Going back to UEA, only take 12. 12 good pass marks are needed. Those are the pathways we have: science, medicine, maths, engineering, economics, business and actuarial science. Which means basically any subject. You can go and study law, you can study biomedicine, chemistry, anything. There are over 100 degree courses at UEA. You can take any one of them if you study these subjects. These are the core subjects. Every university will take you if you've got A-level maths. If you've done geography, art and business studies, you are not going to go to a top 10 university. Forget about it. But if you've got these, every university is interested in you, particularly if you're scoring A star. We want our students coming on 6 terms. There is a lot to learn. We have a 5-term pathway because students from Malaysia finish very late in the year and they cannot join in September. So we have to get as much as we can done in 5 terms starting January. But if it's a student that is not finishing their home exams late, 6 term, because it's intense. There's a lot to learn. This is a minimum for med school. So they will expect you to have those 4 A stars. They'll expect you to have passed UK CAT. They'll expect you to do well at interview. But they will look back at your previous school history to see, did you get this or the equivalent? So whatever the equivalent in Korea is, or Vietnam, or Malaysia, they want this. And it must include maths, English, and the sciences, 2 science subjects, biology or chemistry. If you do not have this, you are not going to med school. So any other provider who tells you, don't worry about that, yes, worry about it. Because we have a med school that we speak to every day. And they tell us, if they don't have that mic, don't send them for interview, no point. Because they're expecting everybody to be an A-star student. They will check back in your previous school history. Were you good at chemistry? Were you good at maths? Were you good at another science? Our centre, the university alone is a $500 million US business a year. We have to match those facilities. So whatever the university have, we must also. So we have state-of-the-art facilities. Everything is modern. Everything's latest technology. We refurbish it every 2 years. So we now have everything is electronic whiteboard. So if I write anything on here that I want the students to do the homework, they can't tell me they didn't get it. It was downloaded to their iPad or their iPhone straight away, immediately. And it's stored on our Blackboard. So they can't say, oh, I lost it. I'll send it to you again. It's open to you 24 hours a day. 24-hour Wi-Fi, you can access all the work that's on the boards. No excuses for not doing your homework. So world-class labs. Most of our lessons are practical. When we get students from places like Vietnam, very rarely have they done any practical experience ever in science. So the first time they're doing a practical exam will be with us. But we have state-of-the-art facilities that you would expect. We're a university, we're not a school. It's got to the stage now where UK parents are trying to demand access into our Newton A-level programme. One, they're seeing the results. Two, they see the difference between us and a school. It's huge. The university has finally said we can take UK students, so we took 3. We do not want to take too many. We're actually capping UK students, which is the opposite of what happens normally in a university. We cap international students, we're capping UK students, because this is an international programme. We have a resource centre. Really, this is so if the student has any issues with any IT, they have somewhere to go where they can get help, or they can borrow a laptop until theirs is repaired. Everybody has their own room. They do not share. We don't have dormitories. It's like a hotel. They can decorate it as they wish. We change the beds. We do the cleaning because we want to know they're okay and we want them to be clean. So the cleaners will come in every day to clean, but they have their own ensuite. They do not share facilities. It's all their own. Again, at boarding school, you won't be getting this. So again, it's very different. They can share the kitchen if they want. It's up to them. There's usually 8 students to a kitchen. It's somewhere for them to congregate because one of the most important things for everybody is food. And you will find a lot of our students share, but we have our own restaurant and our own cafe. We cook noodles and rice every day. They can have 3 hot dinners if they wish, but sorry, I'll go back to that one. Is that one back? Yeah. We have a meal plan. For our A-level students, we insist they're on the meal plan. So we are cooking for them. And we do that because we want to make sure they eat properly. They're 16 years old. We do not want them falling asleep, skipping meals. We make sure they eat properly. We also have 24-hour care. We have a student services team put aside just for them. They're all on the same floor within the centre. So only A-level students can access that part of the building. Everybody is on an electronic key. No one that's not an A-level student can get on that corridor. Only A-level students. We have Cctv cameras throughout the building. Extremely high quality. We can track you as you walk through the building. There is no hiding places. We don't have CCTV in their bedroom. But we can see who goes into the bedroom. And we have curfew. 11 o'clock, all A-level students in your bedroom. And we check. And over the weekend, they are not allowed to stay out unless they have written permission from you. If you say it's okay, they're staying with an auntie or they visit, that's fine. But if they don't, they come back 11 o'clock. Okay, going back to the facilities that we have. This is a state-of-the-art modern university. The biggest indoor sports park in the UK. Art gallery, museum. Very highly ranked. Gone through this. Is this important? I think it is. Ever since ranking started, we've been in the top 5. Happy students study well and progress. If they're unhappy, they just want to go home. If you walk around and you are open to come to our university at any time, you can come and visit the facilities, you can go in the classrooms, you can talk to the tutors, you can talk to the students, if they agree. So we can let Korean students talk to you if you wish. You will find there is an amazing, happy atmosphere. This comes from the student. They do a survey when they finish. So they finish their degree, they graduated, then they do a survey where they tell you what they think of their tutors, their classrooms, their facilities, the programme, everything. Every year we come in the top 5. So we must be doing something right. which means if your child is happy in a happy atmosphere, they're going to study well and progress and do well. The library, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Your student still has to go back at 11 o'clock until they're 18. Then they can study 24 hours a day. It has over 260 computers, 1,000 study places, and is open even Christmas Day. They also will not starve. There is Korean food on the campus. We import it from China, from Korea, from Hong Kong. It's available in our supermarket. But we have everything on campus. Bookshops, post office, banks. The sports park is state of the art. Now these are also important. We try to get all our A-level students joining in with the UK students. They have a competition on lots of different sports for fun. It's not serious. But this means, one, they're learning English. They join a basketball club, for example. The basketball club can't talk Korean, so you've got to keep speaking English. You're learning more. It's friendly. It's doing something you like. You're having fun. You're going to be working hard. All we say is study first, then you go and do your basketball. Olympic-sized swimming pool. This is top facilities. So during the 2012 Olympics, for example, we had international sports teams from around the world using our facilities to practice. When they need to set up their accounts, which they will do when they join us, we have banks on the campus. They know us very well. It's very easy to deal with. Right next to the INSU Centre is a doctor, a dentist and a pharmacy. You are registered under the National Health Service because you're there more than 6 months. It's free at point of service. It's right next door. So they will know where their pharmacist is, their dentist and their doctor. Hopefully they won't need to use them. The City of Norwich, where are we? It is a very green, beautiful, peaceful city. It's about 20 minutes away by bus, and the bus goes every 8 minutes or so. I'm from London. This is nothing like London. This is very unpolluted, very calm, very relaxed and very friendly. People will talk to you here. Lots of shops, very small lanes, modern shops, shopping malls, lots for our students to do. Lots of history. We have a castle, goes back over 1,000 years. Some of the streets are very ancient. But we also have a modern part to the city. But no traffic. It's pedestrianised in the middle. So very safe. There's cafes, restaurants. This is the city library. These are restaurants. That over there is the BBC television and radio. But no traffic. Many, many churches. More importantly, this is one of the safest places in the UK. Crime here is very, very small. Ji-sung, you've been on a fam trip. Yeah. We've had agents leave their iPhone in the shop and then, oh no, I've left my phone. And we've had to go around all the shops and eventually, your phone, oh, it's over there, hasn't been touched. If that was London, bye-bye phone. It's gone. I'm going to see it. I can say that because I'm from London. It is very beautiful countryside. Lots of our students come from big cities, Shanghai, Hong Kong. They're amazed at just how clean the air is, how different, how much nicer it is as an environment to study. This beach is 30 minutes away by bus, and the bus leaves the campus every day. Many of our students go to see this. There are miles and miles and miles. We will pick your child up from the airport in their own car. We do not send a bus. We don't say, oh, just find your own way. We will pick them up. They're 16, we insist we pick them up. Scholarships are available. It can be up to 50%. I need good grades, a maths test, an English test, or they provide me English language IELTS at 6.0 or above, and then half interview with me. If they get through all of that, it could be up to 50%. Only one on a campus. Outstanding results. I think we're probably top in the UK. Safe and beautiful environment, work placements, genuine work placements. So we like to think we are the first and best. Please ensure he does a minimum of 6 GCSEs, including maths, English and 2 sciences. There are too many providers who say, don't worry, 5's good enough. No, it is not. And anybody who applies with 5, we will reject, because the medical school will reject. And some providers in the UK are saying it doesn't matter, it's okay. It is not. Minimum of 6. A UK student takes 9 to 10. So why would I take someone taking only 5? And there are too many schools who think that's acceptable. It is not.